Calling the Rulig farm a family affair is an understatement. As the eldest son, Robert, takes produce orders from distributors in Detroit, his mom, Roseanne, and younger sister, Tammy, ready fresh vegetables for delivery to wholesale markets and grocery chains.
I now have 2 girls and 2 boys, and all 4 of the family members are all involved in agriculture. Zucchini has been one of the better crops that we've grown this year.
Dad, Dave Rulig, is a 4th-generation farmer. He began working this land in the southeast corner of Michigan back in 1970. As the Rulig family grew, so did the farm. The family tapped into consumer demands from regional supermarkets for produce that could go from field to store almost overnight. Today, the family, along with hundreds of workers, grows a multitude of crops.
Well, we start off raising yellow summer and zucchini squash, and then we get into cucumbers. We do a lot of the cool weather crops like cabbage and broccoli and cauliflower, watermelons, muskmelons, sweet corn.
Each family member oversees a different aspect of the farming operation. Youngest son Jason is prepping the fields with drip irrigation for crops to be planted in the spring. He says the large workforce makes it possible to keep planting and harvesting on track. It also allows family members to focus on new procedures to improve productivity.
And you don't get that all the time, with all, hired employees. Some people, they're not looking for ways to always make things better. They may do a fantastic job doing what they're doing, but they're not always looking for good ways to improve the business. And that's what makes it nice working with a family.
At any moment, you'll find family members moving from oversight on packing operations to details on staffing and plant safety. Those delivery orders handled by Robert mean more than 1,500 truckloads of produce heading to market year-round. The farm produces some 30,000 tons of crops each year, and Robert sees his role as critical to meeting demands from consumers.
At the end of the day, you're always glad that you're producing food for people, and if you can keep your focus on the fact that you're supplying a need that is probably the most important profession on the face of the earth.
Hello, Ruligs.
Oh, and 2 other members of the family. Older daughter Chris runs the farm's front office. Her daughter, Olivia, adds vocal support when she's awake. Since Michigan winters can include months of snow and freezing weather, Dave extends his growing season by starting seedlings under glass. Once the seedlings are moved to open fields, the greenhouses are used for growing flower crops.
It all starts out in Florida, then goes to Georgia, then comes up here to the north, and we in turn send our produce down to Georgia and Florida in the summer months. Then in the winter months, the stuff they raise in Florida and Georgia comes back to Michigan.
Juggling a myriad of crops on a seasonal basis has given the family new insights on the relationship between agriculture and consumers. Robert sees it as a cooperative effort, farms responding to the public interest, and the public better understanding what it takes to put food on their table.
It should be a requirement that they come to a farm to learn about their food and where it comes from, and I think that if they did, there'd be a whole different perception about the value of the food and why it is grown and why it costs what it does and where it comes from.